In the leafy hills of Kent, there is one town that whispers status louder than most. It is not just a commuter haven, it is one of the crown jewels of the home counties. Welcome to Sevenoaks. Let's see if this manicured retreat is actually a dream or just a very expensive gold-plated treadmill. This is a town whose name goes back to the Saxon word Seouenaca, associated with a small chapel near 7 oak trees in what is now Knole Park. At the Vine Cricket Ground, 7 oak trees were planted in 1902 to commemorate the coronation of King Edward VII. In the Great Storm of 1987, 6 of those famous oaks were blown down. What did they do? The town replanted the fallen trees, adding 7 new ones alongside the oak that survived. It is a place that understands that while the winds of change will blow, the roots we plant are meant to endure. It is a place that values its carefully preserved history so much that even Mother Nature is not allowed to mess with the branding. So what is the actual rhythm of life in Sevenoaks? It is defined by leafy spaces and a deep sense of community. On any given weekend, you will see people walking through Knole Park, where they can watch wild fallow deer grazing beneath ancient trees. There is a sensory comfort here, laughter from the playgrounds and parents catching up over warm drinks from independent local cafes. It is an environment where people can enjoy an active outdoor life. The defining feature of Sevenoaks is its slow-paced tranquility. The community thrives through local sports clubs and weekend family barbecues. It is a social identity built around shared experiences. A surprising truth about this town is that by 8 o'clock in the evening, the high street can be remarkably quiet. Without bustling nightlife or late-night bars, much of the social life happens in homes, clubs and private spaces. It can feel like a relatively private community. This is a place built for slowing down. To justify living in such a polished bubble, the logistics must be seamless. If you are planning a London escape, the commute from Sevenoaks is a major advantage. The train station is your gateway back to reality. During the morning rush hour, trains run frequently during peak periods. The fastest services can get you into London in around 25 to 35 minutes, with direct trains serving London Bridge, Charing Cross, Victoria and Cannon Street. For some commuters, the journey into central London can be comparable with, or even faster than, travelling from parts of Zones 3 and 4. One important point to note is that during weekday peak hours there is a reasonable chance of not getting a seat, as some London-bound trains can already be busy when they reach Sevenoaks. Let's look at the Kent property market and see what your money actually buys you here when comparing a typical 3-bedroom family home. Sevenoaks sits at the top of the pricing ladder, with buyers paying a substantial premium for speed and connectivity, prestige, the famous Deer Park at Knole and some of the country's highly regarded grammar schools, all of which help justify the town's high property prices. Royal Tunbridge Wells is typically 15 to 20% less expensive and has the famous pan tiles, providing a beautiful historic backdrop for outdoor coffees and socialising, Tonbridge is typically 30 to 35% less expensive and has its beautiful castle, great river walks, and is one stop further down the line from London. Westmoreland is typically 25 to 30% less expensive and has that quiet medieval market village feel and an award-winning monthly farmers market right on the high street. These price comparisons are approximate market estimates and should be treated as indicative rather than exact like-for-like valuations. One of the key drivers behind property prices is the quality of the schools. The local education system has an excellent reputation, with strong options for primary, secondary and independent schools. For some families, access to selective schools is an important factor when choosing to live in the Sevenoaks area. Competition for selective school places is intense, influencing the daily routines of both children and parents. For some families, preparation can involve tutoring, practice papers, and a significant amount of parental involvement. It is a supportive yet deeply competitive community where a child's educational journey can be planned from a very early age. For state grammar schools, Year 7 admission is selective and normally involves the Kent test. Passing the test does not guarantee a place, as individual schools apply their own admissions criteria. So, who is Sevenoaks actually for? It is for the ambitious people who want the best of everything and are willing to pay the high premium for it. It is for those who view silence as a luxury and are happy to swap nightlife for morning walks with the deer and weekend cricket matches on the Vine. It is a highly efficient retreat for those who want to escape the noise, but keep the speed without losing their connection to economic opportunities. In reality, Sevenoaks is a town of contrasts, socially quiet and calm by night, yet fiercely competitive by day, wrapped in an ancient parkland that justifies its premium. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video useful. Help me create more videos like this by hitting subscribe. If you'd like to check the videos featuring Royal Tunbridge Wells, Tonbridge and Westmoreland, you can find them in the playlist below.